everyone, Achikah here, and it's Wednesday, so that means it's time for another DCUO base tour here on this channel, and today we are joined by Inari. She is a storage character turned avid base decorator slash owner, which, if you've noticed with a lot of my storage characters, is the case. I don't know, when I tend to be on a character for a while, even if it's just to sort through mail, I want to give them a place to, like, a cool place to hang out. Even if that means me tripping over a ton of furniture in between my mailbox and my bank. So her base came from just wanting to utilize the Eastern theme. I've tried a bunch of times to utilize it, but the theming or the spacing didn't really work out, and a lot of bases ended up turning into other ones. Like, it would just make more sense to be in a gothic theme or a deco theme, or go to a manor theme when the manor came out. So yeah, this base is pretty much dedicated to just me wanting to utilize the Eastern theme as well as the cherry blossom trees, which I think are absolutely gorgeous, and I've never really got to fully enjoy them or use them in a base. So, without further ado, I would like to present to you Inari's Sekiyama Gardens. So, here we are. And we enter into a very lush, beautiful commerce plaza filled with cherry blossoms, as well as other vernal items. The teleporter actually leads out to this really cool doorway in Metropolis' Chinatown, right next to Madame Xanadu's. So, I thought this was fitting, so you might see some of the Metropolis skyline peeking through some of the trees. So let's start here. We have our koi pond in the middle. What's a commerce plaza without a nice little fountain? And for this one, I thought the koi fish worked pretty well. And there's a few benches if you want to sit and enjoy the scenery. And like I said, you could see the Metropolis skyline peering through from some of the fencing here. Let's go this way first. And we have our first little stop of shops. So each of the entrances to the plot, like the commerce areas of this plaza, are actually entrances to my other bases. So it's kind of like a interconnected base, so to speak. So this one I have not labeled yet because it's still up in the air, but I have a very good idea for which base entrance this will be. And it'll be one of Cynic's in the future, so stay tuned for that. I'm hoping. It might turn out to be something else, but for now, it's just a nice little rustic venue here. Unnamed. Enter at your own risk. So we have a vending machine here with all kinds of goodies, aka our amenity vendor. I was gonna try and hide it, but I figured, hey, this is a commerce plaza, so why not have a vending machine? Alright, so over here we have the entrance to First Edition, aka Glitch's base from last week. If you remember the entranceway, it was an Olympian, or what is this, a Zeus gate, I believe it is, wide. And also it had the divider and gate here with a window of cord behind it, kind of like what's over there reflected. So tried my best to line it up as I could. I would like to have put like the shop window and stuff in there, but the Olympian archways were just a bit too big, so plus it saved me on spots. Which if you see the rest of this base, you'll understand. You definitely need them, especially for all these stepping stones. So yeah, just a bit more of the plaza here. Of course, had to put a fox statue in for Inari here. And our next entrance is Madame Blitz's lounge, the litter box, as it's so aptly named, where you can go and enjoy a drink to some nice jazz. And, yeah, enjoy the night with a bunch of cool cats and artists and musicians. And I kind of kept the French motif here too on the outside, as well as the cobblestone flooring. Cat statues. Also, there's a side door in case you want to get some air, or if you have one of the bad habits of most artists and musicians of smoking, you also have a smoking area. I don't condone that though. However, having been with a lot of artists myself, I do know that they do enjoy their smoking areas. So there is that. And now we move on to the tea house entrance. So, I haven't thought of a name for the tea house. This base was actually going to be called Matcha Do About Nothing, but it didn't fit. Too many letters, I think. But pun aside, I think Sekiyama Gardens worked out pretty well. So I'll have to think of another name for the actual tea house / grill that's here. But yeah, so we have a spot for our hostess to seat people to the modern Japanese cuisine restaurant here. There is a teppanyaki grill, as well as a little bar here. And we have a Buddha, of course. We will bow to Buddha. Hello. So while we're waiting for our seats at the grill, we will go to the waiting area. And just a couple of benches here with a fish tank and some artwork to admire. Hopefully the wait time won't be too long, since it is a Wednesday evening. You also can check out another koi pond, a bit smaller than the last, but the runoff from our rooftop garden, which you will see momentarily. Or, while you wait, you could also get a drink at the bar and sit at one of these tables as well. Ooh, you can kind of see what's going on through the fish tank over there. And just in time, I think our hostess has our table ready. So let's check out the restaurant. So there are two areas here primarily to the restaurant. You can either have your own private booth, which costs a little bit more, but you get the privacy of a nice intimate dinner, as well as the wait staff and the dessert cart that goes around. Or you can sit at the grill and get a show with your food. So we have a couple of teppanyaki grills set up here to serve the patrons. The chefs are not available at the moment, which seems a bit dangerous given there is a open flame going on for the volcanoes that they're making. We can hear the sizzle of the grill. Yeah, there's just a little, there's not much back there other than a few trays and a way for the servers to get back and forth. Yeah, you want just a meal and a show? Come on in, have a seat. So, now that we've seen the restaurant, why don't we check out the rooftop garden that I described earlier. And we have a bridge here, but let's go this way first so you can see an overview shot here, which is probably the thumbnail because this is probably my favorite part of the base. I tried to fit a large pond in here because I'm not really a super big fan of the super blue glassy water puddles. However, they worked out really well here. I wish they matched the waterfall motif and were a bit more subtle, but the large pond didn't really fit too well here. It kind of clipped through the sand garden a bit too much. And I really wanted it to look really tranquil and clean and precise, especially with the bridge and the Buddha and everything. So yeah, there is that. And then we can go over our bridge here. And we can see the skyline in the background. Once again, it is a rooftop garden, so we are on the roof of the restaurant. Some more skyscrapers of Metropolis around. This was actually the first part of the base I made. I really loved... I absolutely love these wooden bridges, but the Christmas lights on them really limit where you can put them or how you can use them, because Christmas lights just kind of, you're either making some kind of fun house or you're doing a Christmas theme. There's not much you can do. However, I masked them with the arches here and made kind of like a Torii Gate-ish, I don't know, just like a nice little, I don't know, just a bridge. I just made a bridge with them and the gongs as well, and the lanterns. And I think it worked out really, really nice. And yeah, this part of the base has been done for probably 9 months or a year. I needed to get the stepping stones, or the stepping stones came out, and I was thrilled about that. So I wanted to use those, and then I needed more cherry blossoms and the vernal planters. So I had to wait till spring, because I started conceiving this right at the end of summer, I think, last year. So, but yeah, that's probably my favorite part of the base. So before we go up to our tea house, let's take a look. She's acrobat, so I need to get a vantage point, but you can see the koi pond with the runoff and the rooftop garden above. I'm very proud of this. I usually do story bases. I'm not really a big design or architecture kind of builder, but I'm really happy with this base and how it turned out. And I'm really happy I could share it with you guys. Alright, so the tea house, which is the main part of this base for the most part, or what the idea was always supposed to be. So we go downstairs, and we have another hostess here, of course, for the tea house. We have a nice little sitting area again for waiting, if we need to. And then we have the actual communal tea house area. So if you just want to come in for a nice little cup of matcha, get some R&R, relax, zen out a bit, and you don't mind a few other patrons, just come on in and grab a table pretty much. It's just a nice little vernal area, of course, with a waterfall. Have a seat, take a rest, have some tea. I don't know if this character... Ah, yes. Not exactly the right kind of sitting, but that's okay. We follow this hallway down. We have a door for the wait staff. Probably to brew the tea. Or, I don't know, just a back room. And then, in the back of the tea house, we have two very special private tea ceremony areas. Of course, we bow to the Buddha. And over here, we have a more modernized private tea house. So if you want your own tea room for, I don't know, just a private, like a private get-together, with individuals, and you want to enjoy it by yourself, you can rent out the modern tea house area, which has a nice little spread of art here. Nothing too wild, very, very plain Jane overall, but I think there's an elegance in the simplicity sometimes. Especially when it comes to tea houses. And on the left, we have a more traditional ceremonial tea house. Ta-da! Complete with an open door out to an eternal woods. A vast forest. So over here we have the scroll set up inside the tokonoma. I was gonna put some flowers up too, like maybe just like a vase, but nothing really worked to clip through the benches here to make the flooring, because there's always like a little raised shelf here in the tokonoma from what I understand. So I wanted to have it elevated. The Valentine's Day flowers did fit through, but the bright reds didn't really, I don't know, I thought maybe when a plant comes out that's more green or white or a neutral tone, I could put there. But for now, it'll just be the scroll. And then we have our tea serving area here, of course. And I absolutely love what the wooden trellises do to the floor in here. Like, that's awesome. I was really pleased when I saw the shadows peering through. And then we have our porch, which leads out into the forest. You can see the sun peering in from behind the trees. And you can get a nice glimpse of nature while you are enjoying your cup of tea. Very zen, very harmonious, very peaceful. And with that, that is Sekiyama Gardens. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, as always. Yeah, I am really proud of this one. I don't know. It's not very often I make a base that's doesn't have a super elaborate story behind it, and is just a nice, peaceful, more design-focused base. And I can actually go to all my amenities without super getting stuck, which, if you've seen my other bases, you know that's not the case. So it's just really nice to zone in here when I log into her, and I have this nice little cherry blossom area, and it's just been nice. So I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys did too. Announcements. Base Off is still going on. I think you guys have 2.5 weeks to finish your bases that are summer themed. I will always leave the links below for anyone interested. What else? Oh, the base crafters, we actually made a league on both the EU and US hero side. It's just called Base Crafters. If there's any decorators out there who want to build a league hall with a bunch of very avid builders, yeah, we have that out there for you guys now. We don't have a league hall yet. It's very ground floor. Real Zoe and myself are putting in a lot of furniture right now to kind of build up both the prestige and the league hall furniture selection for you guys to choose from, for you to build. But yeah, if there's anyone out there, just contact us. I'll also leave a link to the Discord. That's probably the easiest way to contact any one of us there. And I finally figured out how to do that, so the link will actually be in the description, unlike other weeks, because I don't really know social media all that well. I'm learning, guys. I'm sorry. And yeah, Base Crafters episode 3 should be out hopefully this weekend as well. We had a bit of delays. We had a week off that we needed to take, and then also we had audio issues last week, but hopefully it's back on for this week for recording, and it should be up there for you guys, I think probably Sunday or Monday. I'm hoping. But you know, I'll always leave a link in the description down below for that too. Any more announcements? I don't think so. I think that's about it. Do have another great base lined up for you guys on Saturday, so if you want to come back for a showcase of another creator, builder, yeah, it'll be here for you guys. Other than that, thank you so much for watching again, And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.